My name's Katie, and this is your 20-minute lower body workout. We're gonna go through a series of exercises one time. We won't repeat any one single exercise, but we will repeat movement patterns like squatting, deadlifting, or hip hinging, and side-to-side movement. If you've already done another workout video or some type of workout before this and you're warmed up and ready to go, that's perfect. We're gonna go through some movement patterns to prepare our body, but it won't be considered a full warm-up. So I would encourage you to check out a warm-up and active stretch video or do some type of warm-up on your own before you jump into this workout. So we're gonna be squatting. So let's do a squat to warm up, just a body weight squat. Each exercise will be about 45 seconds. And then we'll have a little time while I explain what we're doing next to transition. When you're squatting, make sure you're putting a lot of weight in your heels and not your toes. If your heels are popping up off the floor, then you need to shift your weight back. I'm going to be using dumbbells. If you're not ready for dumbbells, that's okay. You can do this entire workout with just body weight. This is called Soldier March. This is getting our hamstrings warmed up and ready for what's to come. 3, 2, 1. All right, I want you to slide down and drop your hips. One more. And roll up. Okay, we're gonna practice the lateral lunge because we're gonna see that in this workout, and I know for a lot of you, this might be the first time you've seen this exercise. So I'm gonna take a big step, and that's the leg that I'm gonna bend. And then I'm gonna come back in. Do it from the side so you can see. Step, and bring it back in. Again from the front. And let's practice the other side. You don't want it to be too shallow because then you feel like you're gonna tip over. You also don't want it to be too big and have to struggle to get back. You can reach. One more. All right, we're gonna jump into this workout. Our first exercise is gonna be a goblet squat. If you're not ready for weight, that's okay. You can simply cross your arms here and squat. For a goblet squat, we're gonna hold that weight in front of our chest, like so. And it should make contact with your body. 45 seconds. Here we go. Sit the hips back. Your range of motion will depend on strength and flexibility. I encourage you to not move too quickly. Oftentimes we sacrifice range of motion for speed. So if you need to move slow, make sure you hit the bottom of that squat and come back up. Goblet squat is a great way to learn to do squats because it helps you keep those shoulders pulled back. All right, you can set that down. Second exercise is going to be a split squat or a forward lunge. No weight, one weight with a goblet hold, or 2 separate weights. It really depends on the amount of weight that you want to work with. So for a split squat, we take our squat position and we split it. Back heel stays up. It's really a fixed or a stationary lunge position. And we'll spend 45 seconds on each leg. Here we go. Shoulders down and back. Belly button pulled in. Breathe. Feel free to put on your own music. Music's a great motivator, a great distraction. All right, shake it out. We're gonna switch sides. Ready, set, go. As I said with the squat, you don't want to speed through it and sacrifice range of motion. You want to get a nice healthy bend in that knee and that hip. We don't want to just go heavy and do a short range of motion. Lighten up if you need to. Get comfortable. Really bend in that knee. This is a difficult exercise. All right, next, we're gonna practice a deadlift. With a deadlift, more of the movement is about the hip hinge than it is about the knee bend. So we're gonna bend our knees slightly, we're gonna hold our weights in front, and we're gonna push our hips back as we lower that weight towards our shins, right in front of our shins. Because we have dumbbells and not big plates that are gonna touch the floor, we don't have to worry about getting all the way to the floor. So pick out your set of dumbbells. I'm gonna set mine down. 45 seconds, I'm gonna go sideways so you can see what this hip hinge should look like. Hips out, shoulders back. And as I come down, I'm just increasing the bend in my knees a little bit. Lower, hips out, shoulders back, and strong pull up. This targets your backside more than a squat will. Be careful of those shoulders. You don't want the shoulders to drop forward. Keep the shoulders back. When you feel the shoulders drop forward, that's where you want to stop. So that might be right here. That's okay, that's where you are right now. All right. As you work through this video more than 1 time, 2 times, 5 times, you should be able to increase that weight when this is no longer challenging for that amount of time with that weight. All right, we're gonna practice the lateral lunge we did when we were preparing in those movement patterns. We're gonna go side to side. So we'll take a step to one side and then to the other side. I'm gonna use slightly lighter dumbbells. Still a little heavier, appropriate for lower body, but I wanna be able to move with some fluidity from side to side. So it'll look like this. The weights will straddle my knee and foot. Okay, 45 seconds, here we go. Great to incorporate some dynamic movement in your workouts. We're going side to side, targeting different muscles than when we're standing feet side by side, planted on the floor. All right, set the dumbbells down. We're gonna do a sumo squat with a step out turn. Goblet hold again. I'm not gonna go too heavy because we're actually gonna be staying down in the bent knee position a little bit longer. So I'm gonna start with my feet side by side. Make sure I have enough room because we're gonna be turning out and I don't wanna hit anything. I'm gonna squat down. I'm gonna turn out into a sumo squat position. I'm gonna come back in and stand up, and then I'm gonna go the other direction. Here we go. How you doing? Whew. A little bit harder staying down low for a longer period of time. Again, no weight. If that's what's necessary for you to get through it, skip the dumbbell. Okay, we're gonna go back to the deadlift. This time, as we lower, we're gonna keep these knees soft, but we're not gonna increase the bend in the knee. So this is known as a straight-legged deadlift or a Romanian deadlift. So all about the hip hinge, keeping the knees soft, but stable. Ready, go. Shoulders back. I slide down, see how my knees stay fairly straight. Really targeting the glutes and the hamstrings. Squeeze and lift. All right. Next, we're gonna visit that lateral lunge exercise again, but this time we're gonna stay stationary and do something slightly different. We're gonna do an eccentric focus or negative, and each repetition is going to be 6 seconds. So we're gonna go nice and slow, and we're gonna do 8 on a side. Get this timer set up. So we're gonna stay here in this position, and I'm gonna push the hips back, come down nice and slow, and you're gonna have to wait for that beep, and then we come up and immediately start again. Down, nice and slow. You can reach forward, you can cross the arms. We gotta hold, oh, here we go. Down, slow, slow, hit it, hold it, up. Don't waste a lot of time at the top. Almost there. Ooh, this is the last one. All right, we gotta do that on the other side. Ready, set, go. You can reach forward if you want. You might notice one side's easier, one side you feel like you can get a little lower. That's common. I think my right leg might be more flexible, which allows me to get lower when I'm on this side. You could certainly add weight to this, but I really like this exercise for the sake of endurance, building strength on that eccentric contraction, and practicing that range of motion. All things that might get lost if we add too much weight to this. All right. Next, we're gonna get on the floor for a single leg hip press. Find a soft spot or grab a mat. And we'll go back to the 45-second interval. Okay. I'm gonna keep one foot planted on the floor and the other leg is gonna go up in the air. We're at 45 seconds on the clock. And all you're gonna do is lift your hips off the floor, arms planted, and lower. If this single leg option is too challenging, keep both feet on the floor and lift. The goal is to extend your hips. So we start with some flexion and we lift so it's fully extended, getting the hips as high off the floor as we can. All right, ready, set, go. Lift, lift, and lower. The further you take that heel out, the more you're gonna feel it in your hamstring. I like to lift and pause for a second. Make sure you're in control of that movement, especially on the way down. Don't let yourself just fall. Lift, pause, and lower. And try to keep this leg from trying to do any of the work. I often see people kick this leg up and try to get this leg to help. This leg's not helping. It can't help. Keep it straight. Other side. Think about putting your shoe print on the ceiling. We're almost to the end of this. We only have a couple more exercises or movements to go. Breathe through it. Lift, pause. All right, on your feet again. Here's where we're gonna add in some movements that are a little quicker. No dumbbells. Our heart rate's probably gonna get up a little bit higher. We're gonna do a reverse lunge and then kick through. So we'll lunge back, kick through. If you need to, if you're struggling with balance, step down before you kick. If you wanna kick up the intensity, reach for the floor. Right leg goes back, right arm reaches down, kick through. 45 seconds is gonna feel like a lot, but we're only doing this one time on each leg. Here we go. A lot of good things going on here. Balance, stability, dynamic movement. If you're taking this option, you're getting a little bit deeper, recruiting more muscles. Lower, deeper in that hamstring. But if you're right here, that's okay too. Focus. Do what you have to do to get through it. Other side. We're almost to the end of this workout. Dig deep. Woo. One more movement, and we'll have to do it on each side, and then we're done. We're gonna visit that lateral lunge again with no weight. And we're gonna incorporate a hop. All right, I'm just feeling tired on this side because I just finished that reverse lunge kick. So I'm going to start with this leg and go out, lateral lunge, and hop, okay? Lateral lunge, hop, if you need to separate them. Or no hop, and just get up on that toe. We're almost to the end. Made it this far. You should be proud of yourself. A lot of people skip lower body. Oh, the burn. Oh, the intensity. But it's so good for you. Most efficient workout. Largest muscle groups. Gets the blood flowing. Gets the heart rate up. We gotta go that way. Let's just get it done. You have the ability to pause this if you need that break. Oh, come on. Use those arms. Oh, drive out, drive up. We're almost there. Whew. Great job. That was not easy. We'll do a few movements to cool down, get control of our breathing, stretch. But just like in the warm-up, this video doesn't have a comprehensive full cool down and stretch, so take time to do that, please. Don't underestimate the importance of the cool down or the warm-up. All right, foot out in front, toes up, sit back. Another idea, try to do this more than one time. Maybe you've got 45 minutes or more and you want to focus it all on lower body. Great. Go back to the beginning, do it again. Maybe you did this first round at a lighter weight and you're ready to go heavier next round. And while you're going heavier or pushing that intensity, don't be afraid to change the weight. Maybe you get strong. Sometimes we don't know weight versus time, just how much we need. Nice stretch for the quadriceps here. All right, feet apart and open. We did this at the beginning. Slide down. Drop the hips. And slide up. Great job. You should be proud of yourself.